Hey there guys, it is Saturday, April 27th. I am crossing over Watauga Dam right now in Tennessee. Just left Hampton, Tennessee earlier today, and I am making my break for Damascus. I think it's like 46 miles from the town. I'm maybe 8 miles into that hike today. Just kind of cruising. I heard the weather was supposed to be not so pleasant today, but it's holding out for the moment. It's pretty overcast, but at least the temperature's good, and I'm not wet yet, and I'm almost halfway through the day. Well, no, I'm under halfway. I think I'm trying to do 22 total today. I want to get close to halfway to Damascus tomorrow, or today. That way I have the option. Of either doing a long day into town tomorrow, or kind of doing like I did with Irwin and getting close. That way I can wake up early and shoot in first thing in the morning on Monday. So I like having that option. So that's what I'm kind of aiming for today. I'll knock out the 26, I think, or sorry, the 22. I think the name of the shelter I'm aiming for is Iron Mountain Shelter. I'm trying to think of the last time I updated. I believe it was when I was leaving over mountain a few days ago. So yeah, we left over mountain and we ended up doing, I think, 18 that day. Got caught in the rain there towards the end of the day. I had known it was coming, and you know, we got out early, but there were some nice things. There were Laurel Falls we stopped at, and there was some trail magic at 19E, which was really good. I can't remember the names of the trail angels, but they were from Michigan, and they had been planning a thru hike this year, and for whatever reason or another, they weren't able to do the hike this year. So, and they had a ton of supplies, so they figured they'd turn it into trail magic. They drove down and kind of took care of hikers. They had all sorts of supplies. I know a lot of people who were planning on resupplying in Hampton didn't even have to resupply after that trail magic because there was so much good stuff there. So thanks a lot, you guys. I think his name may have been Phil. I honestly can't recall for sure, but oh, and they had Phil. I've never had beaver before, and Phil had some beaver that he brought, and he barbecued it up and made it into like barbecue sandwiches. We're calling them the sloppy beavers because it was kind of like a sloppy Joe, but yeah, it was really good. Yeah, had that trail magic coming out of or going into Iron Mountain. That's kind of what held us up, and it didn't really hold us up at all. I mean, I will welcome trail magic, especially when I'm starving, and I was that day. So yeah, and then we had I think I had 16 because I was shooting for Kincora. Some of the other people in the tribe, they were planning a 19 mile day that day, but I did the 16 and change into Kincora. Wiki and I left nice and early. I think he pulled out at like 6:15. I was out by 7, and hauled into close to Hampton and got off there on Dennis Cove Road and went over to Kincora. I think I was there by 12:30, so I made really good time that day. And Kincora is just a great hostel. I think it's been there since like '98. Bob Peoples is a great ambassador of the AT, and I had the chance to talk to him about a lot of a lot of different things as far as the region goes, and some different initiatives he's worked on and is currently working on. So yeah, it was nice, and it's a donation-based hostel. I went and gave my donation, took a shower, washed my clothes. And I was going to stay there, but I was waiting on an important phone call, and they don't have any cell service, like none whatsoever over there. So once I kind of figured that out and got all my things done, I you know, thanked him for you know, everything, and Wiki and I jumped back on the trail, and we did the extra 3 and change to Hampton, and we just walked into town, and you know, was able to do some different things and get some foods cooked in a restaurant. We checked into the hostel over there. I don't know if I honestly can't remember the name of the hostel in town, but it looks like it's a stone building, and I believe it's called the Castle for short. It's got a longer name, but I can't quite recall it. Yeah, stayed there 2 nights actually. Pulled in on Thursday, stayed Thursday night, so that ended up being, Thursday was like a 20-mile day. And then yesterday I decided to take a 0, much needed, because I had done, you know, a pretty good amount of miles in 4 days or so, whatever it took me from Irwin. So yeah, I zeroed yesterday, was able to do a significant amount of social and professional networking, I guess I should say, and really took care of some things, and got a little bit of resupply to get me through the 46 miles to Damascus. And here I am back out on the trail, and it's actually starting to sprinkle a little bit, but this is nothing like the doom and gloom that I heard was coming. Yeah, zeroed yesterday, woke up today, kind of took my time, got out of the hostel. I was on trail by 9, and you know, now it's like 1 o'clock, and I'm maybe 8 miles into the day, and you know, got a little bit more to go. And if it's wet, I really don't care, because the days you go into towns, it's hard to demotivate, because you know that you have that opportunity later in the day to, you know, get some hot food and maybe sleep in a bed, and all that just motivates you, and you throw all the negative stuff like wet clothes and cold and being wet and everything like that. You just don't worry about that. So that's kind of why I'm doing the long day today. Don't care if I get wet. It's supposed to rain again tomorrow anyway. So yeah, if it's you know, if it's rough conditions tomorrow, I'll probably just say, hey, embrace the suck, and I'll do the 20 plus into Damascus and find somewhere to dry off and grub out. But yeah, that's all I got right now. I hear there's some of the usual suspects ahead of me, so I'm probably gonna pick the pace up here a little bit and see if I can't run into those guys somewhere along the way here. I don't think that they'll be doing more than the miles to Iron Mountain, so I'm sure I'll see them at some point in the day. But yeah, that's about all I got for right now. Maybe tomorrow's supposed to rain all day, so I probably won't do an update tomorrow, but I'll probably check back in when I get to Damascus. I plan on taking a 0 there, because it's one of those or taking some time there, because it's one of those towns, kind of like Hot Springs, just a great trail town, and good place to spend some time. So it's starting to get a little harder with the rain, so I'll go ahead and give you guys a view of from the dam here, and then I'll check out and talk to you later. So here you go. Let's do it like this. Alrighty, talk to you later.